This is a really good story. It's my people who are interested in the hemp or cannabis industry. If you are interested in the hemp or cannabis industry, this story is for you. And give me some type of plant emoji. It can be a leaf, a flower, a tree. Give me some type of plant emoji if you have an interest in the cannabis industry or the hemp industry. Okay? Why? Okay. So, while cannabis is still federally illegal, because we are making such headway amongst the states, the courts are becoming a little bit more lenient in how they rule against certain acts, right? Now, usually the rule by the law is if you are engaged in an illegal business, nothing you do is valid, right? So you can't really be sued for, contracts or supplies and things like that because you were in a legal business to begin with, right? And some people have tried to use that to get away with certain bad acts within the cannabis industry. But let's take this story. So there is a company called BBK Tobacco Foods, right? So BBK, they have trademarks for juicy and raw. No, I'm sorry. No, BBK has trademarks for juicy and raw, but only for hemp products, right? They sell cigars, they sell hemp products, things like that. So that's BBK. There's another company called J&C Corp, and they were using those same names, juicy and raw, to sell products that contained THC. So you've got one company that is selling hemp products, which is totally legal by federal law. And then you have another, and they have their trademarks. And then you have another company that is using those same trademarks in an illegal business because cannabis is not federally legal, right? So J&C, when they were sued by BBK for trademark infringement, they said, you can't sue us because cannabis is illegal. So you can't sue us. We're already in a legal business, so we don't have any standing. That was the defendant's argument, y'all. They're like, listen, we already breaking the law, so how are you going to sue us? Because we already breaking the law. That was their argument, okay? So the court said, even if your business is illegal, that doesn't mean that you can go around violating people's intellectual property rights. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. When I first started my business, I've told this story a few times. In DC, they had something called I-71 where they decriminalized cannabis use, but they left a loophole that started a crazy gray market, right? And because of this gray market, people were calling themselves business owners and were just ripping off. I saw people selling THC infused products using the Coco Chanel logo. They were using already established brands. And I was like, you can't do this. You're going to get arrested. So that is to say, especially in this day and age, yes, cannabis is still federally illegal, but because we know that businesses are out here flourishing under state laws that are allowing cannabis, the court is not just going to let you slide by because it's federally illegal, okay? So the tobacco company, they won against the cannabis company and they were able to defend their trademark. So do not think that just because your cannabis business is federally illegal that you can just use a trademark and they can't sue you. They can still sue you. Okay? All right.